My friend, 26, works in the as a general nurse in a major city. The hospital she works at has a major trauma center, possibly the best in the state, so you know she's come across some bad shit. Here are the stories listed. 1. She was just walking in and saw a Hispanic family freaking out and yelling in Spanish. My friend knew Spanish and was able to get that they were screaming about a drug cartel coming after them and killing their young son for revenge after having left the cartel. Their 17-year-old son was in the drug cartel and decided to leave. His family urged him to report it, and when he did, they sent a hit out on him. They captured him, cut off his ears, nose, penis, ripped off his finger and toenails, severed the main tendons in the body, Achilles, the one in the back of the knee, the one in the elbows, some in the wrist, etc., and then, using a dull machete, hacked at his throat. His spine was visible, jugular vein, coratid artery, and trachea obviously severed. The family was screaming for the doctors to save him, although it was obviously too late to save him. They never caught the cartel that did that to the young man, too. My friend was working in a small-town hospital when she was fresh out of school. Being the end of the school year, there were obviously a bunch of teenagers drinking, driving, doing drugs, etc. This was the only hospital within a 30-mile radius. A pickup truck with 8 teenagers had crashed into a tree. There were 2 teens in the front, 2 in the back of the truck, and 4 inches the bed of the truck. The EMTs rushed them in, 1 dead on arrival, 2 in critical condition, and 5 with moderate injuries. The driver had both his legs broken, was losing a lot of blood. The person in the passenger seat had dislocated her left knee. In the back of the truck, one of them had smashed into the metal pole of the headrest of the passenger seat, breaking their nose and jaw. The other one in the back had been thrown in between the front seats and cracked the top of his head on the radio station area. Of the 4 in the back, one was thrown from the truck and hit their head on a rock, caving their head in and dying pretty much instantly, another one falling out and breaking their spine, another one smashing into the back window, breaking their arm, and the last one was thrown out of the truck and dislocated their hip. 3. This being a small-town hospital near a popular hiking trail and park with a canyon and waterfalls, they get a lot of calls for things related to this. One call that upset her greatly was of a family whose kayak had capsized. In the kayak, there's a mom and dad, their teenage daughter, and their 2 twin sons, about 5. The parents and teenager should make it out all right, but the 2 sons don't. One is stuck in the kayak and drowns, the other one gets thrown over a waterfall and hits his head on a tree log. The boy arrived in critical condition, twitching, blood seeping from his nose and ears. He was rushed into emergency surgery and managed to survive but has permanent severe mental disabilities. 4. This is the last story my friend told me that really stuck out to me. There had been a bear attack on a young man. The bear had slashed but the man until being shot by a park ranger. The man showed up in critical, though stable condition. His face had been slashed, skin almost peeled away, but he was conscious and alert and his airway was open. The man's arm he tried to punch the bear with had been bitten, blood was everywhere from severed veins and arteries, though a tourniquet was put on it. The man managed to make a full recovery and his arm was able to be saved, although he hasn't some difficulties using it because of the nerve damage. This content was